Noodle salad is on the menu. Good morning to you.
Good morning
Edward.
to you both. Yeah, this is gorgeous, and I think as September comes and the leaves start falling from the trees, we do start kind of focusing a little bit maybe on healthy and all of that, and we try to kind of settle back in, not so much healthy, but we try to settle back into a dietary routine and a routine in general. That's my line anyway, Mirren.
That's your line, and you're
sound unconvinced.
I'm just sitting there going, it gets very comfort foody,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Of course it does. Of course it does. But this is nice, and I suppose it's timely because we're hearing so much about the inflated cost of food and dining out. So this is an option maybe for people to bring to work during the week for a couple of days. So it's very, very simple. What it is, it's a lovely marinated chicken. So I'm just going to pop on my little glove here just to marinate the chicken. Now, again, of course, marinades are really good, and we're so familiar with them from the summertime when we're all doing our barbecue.
Yeah.
This is a very, very simple marinade. So I very simply have just got some Cajun spice. Now, I just think that's kind of nice. It's almost like that North American or those Creole flavours, which are always really good.
Perfect.
I've got some of the spoonable kefir from Irish Yogurt in Clonakilty.
So kefir yogurt, because it's like real healthy, that isn't it?
It's
We're
very
a big
much
fan at home with
it's very much in vogue at the minute, and of course all of this kind of fermented food is really popular and in vogue at the minute. Absolutely.
So
but
it's for the gut. It's good for the gut, right?
It's very good for gut health, and it's very good, obviously, for kind of the circular movement of the gut and all of that sort of thing, and the health of it. Also, it's really good.
He's so polite.
Yeah, absolutely, very polite.
Good for the inside.
It's a good country upbringing, yeah. Now, again, nice high source in protein as well, so it gives you that sense of energy. I always have like a bit of fruit and yogurt in the morning and then run for the day. I'm one of these people who kind of skips the bit in the middle. Okay. But again, it gives you that nice bit of energy.
And do you still get the goodness in it now when you cook it?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do with this, my use of it is two-pronged. So I'm going to kind of cook it in terms of the chicken, and then I'm going to use it as a dressing. So I'm using it as like a mayonnaise alternative, so it works quite nice. Now, just look at that lovely colour that we get with that. Then what I've got is I've got some chicken. Now, what I've done is I've just cut the chicken into long, thin strips, but you could cube it if you want. This also works really nice if you want to do it with like strips of pork. It works really nicely. I'm using the chicken breast.
Thighs.
Yeah, I'm using chicken breast, but you could very happily use thighs as well if you want. I'm just going to give that a nice good old mix around, just like so. Make sure that it's all coated. Now, whilst I'm using the strips, just when you're on that, Tommy, you could, of course, use the whole thigh or the whole breast and kind of roast that whole if you so desired. What I'm going to do with that, once that's nicely marinated, we'll just pop that into the fridge. We're going to leave that for about an hour or two in the fridge, and then we'll come back to that.
There's a fridge there, Mirren. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the kitchen.
You don't get to do the cookery segments too often.
Absolutely.
I had no idea.
There's a
I
fridge.
could put my water in there.
What do they say? We're in all mod cons. All mod cons.
I mean, it's not going to stay in the fridge there for very long. But anyway.
Now, in there, into the fridge, that's going to go about an hour or two. Leave it to marinate. Leave those flavours to kind of really macerate into the chicken. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it onto a baking tray, pop it into the oven for about 15, 20 minutes, 180, 350 gas Mark 4.
We have an oven as well, are you kidding?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
who would have thought?
Joking,
Even the bit of washing up liquid. Then the resultant mixture is this lovely chicken here, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now, that being said, here what I've got is I've got some lovely cooked noodles. So I've just blanched and refreshed those noodles, and I'm going to put some bits and pieces into it. Now, this is the kind of the bottom shelf of the fridge job. So I've just got some lovely peppers, which I have roasted. I love peppers.
So how long do you stick the roasted peppers in first?
Now, come here till I tell you the secret. I'm going to tell you and everyone else at home. You put the peppers onto the tray, you put your oil, you put your salt and pepper, you put them into the oven. When they're between half and 3/4 cooked, pull them out. Don't wait them to be fully cooked, because as they cool down, they continue to cook in the residual heat. Cucumber, I'm going in there with some cucumber as well. I've just got some diced cucumber. I've got a little bit of diced scallion or spring onion in there as well. I'm going to roll my lime, give my lime a little roll. I'm going to cut that. And then I'm also going to put some cherry tomatoes in there as well. And then I'm going to make the dressing. Now, what I'm going to do, as you can see, is I'm actually going to make the dressing in the bowl. So I'm going to dress the salad in the bowl. And that'll just be really nice to get a full coating. So I'm just going to take some of these cherry tomatoes, and I'm just going to cut those into halves. Okay, just like so.
Lovely.
Pop all of those in.
And then now you're making the dressing in the bowl.
I'm going to... Oh, sorry, I'm not making dressing in the bowl. Well, I am, I suppose, making the dressing in the bowl, but I'm going to dress the salad and mix it all at the one time. So I don't need to make this dressing separately. I could just put in the kind of the composite ingredients. There's only 2 or 3 composite ingredients. The lime is one. The next one then is some more of our lovely spoonable kefir. It's that natural product. So I'm going to put in some of that and just remind you it's a nice little mayonnaise-based alternative.
Difference in taste now with the kefir and
you get that
yogurt.
kind of what would I call it, like that acidic or that cultured flavour. There's just like a sharper bite to it, which is really nice. But again, really nice in flavour. Please God, let this open. Go on, Tommy, you can with the gloves. They're challenging. Big strong
be
man.
really embarrassing.
Give a little flex there, Tommy. Yeah,
still got it.
I am man.
Still got it.
Little girl can pass it over there. You can pass it over.
If there's anything I'm useful for in this show.
Do you know what he won't do? He won't wash it out for the recycling, though, will he?
No. In there, we're going to go with some of our lovely chili jam. I'm going to blame the gloves as my barrier.
OK, of course.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix all of that around just loosely and lightly, and then I'm going to pile it in to my bowl. So you can just see I'm just tossing it. What I'm going to do is just going to get a little small bit of that in there first.
Straight onto the plate there is what I
certainly am. Yeah, absolutely. Me one little secondo. So pop that in, give it a nice little mix around. And then, as I said, what I've got is I've got some of my lovely chicken here. I've got the lovely strips of chicken which we have cooked. I'm going to pop those on the top, just like so. Or you could mix them into the salad. And then just to embellish it off, I've got some lovely sesame seeds there. And I've brought with me a little small bitine of coriander, which I'm just going to tear across the top. And that's just your really nice, really gorgeous
That's all
salad.
for me.
There's your, absolutely. There's your biblical sense, that lovely salad there as well. Pass them down the bits there. And it just works really nicely. As I said, if you're having an occasion at home, people are having little parties or having friends around, put it into your nice dish and serve it up. And it's really nice. So hopefully people will enjoy cooking that at home.
The kefir is fine, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really
nice.
nice.
No real difference between it and the normal yogurt.
Again, it just gives you the creamy sense, but by adding the other flavour to it, like the chilli or whatever, it just acts as that really kind of nice savoury dressing.
That's actually delicious.
You're very welcome.
That is so good.
Edward Hayden, knocked it out of the park. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
I'll let you take this one, Warren.
From Oodles